Ladies, watch out because this neckbeard is single. Independent women do submit to men. You just have to actually be a man. Because women tremble in fear at the sight of a real man. Hello Redditors of the internet, Noble Xenon here, and welcome to r/JustNeckbeardThings, part 74. Let's get started. So, the meme warriors are about fed up with censorship, #DarkMAGA. Be forewarned, my rage is endless. The treatment doled out to me by Twitter for the last several years burns in my guts. When the chains are broken, I will be seeking my vengeance. Prepare for the meme version of the apocalypse. My enemies should be preparing their safe spaces. And now with that, let the meme wars begin! And now it'd be so wonderful if incels could just stay on 4chan or such. Say no to segregated locker rooms and bathrooms. Anywhere a woman gets naked, a man deserves to see. Sharing bathrooms and locker rooms would decrease building costs and humiliate women. Shared locker rooms and bathrooms are a must for the future. I hope this person is not being serious. But knowing incels nowadays, whew. And speaking of incels on 4chan, be me. Late night at the college campus. Class is over, so walking back home. See cutie carrying lots of books and looking at her phone. Books slip and fall down. Be a little socially awkward, but realize this is like a friggin' rom-com and maybe I could finally have someone to love. Pick them up and tell her I could walk her to wherever she's going. She thanks me and then mentions I'm really strong carrying all these books. Think she's dumb because she wasn't even struggling when carrying them, so she shouldn't be impressed, but after a couple of minutes, realize she's probably flirting. Almost coom. Decide to joke around and tell her I'm strong enough I could totally violate her and there's nothing she could do about it. That took a turn. She doesn't laugh, but she asks for her books back and tells me she can go alone from here since it's kind of a long way and doesn't want to bother me. Be confused and tell her I literally have nothing else to do so I could walk her all the way. She says she's better alone, so follow her for a bit to make sure she's safe. She's walking normally, but see her quickly reach one of those emergency boxes around campus and press the button multiple times. Gee, I wonder why. Realize she's probably taking the joke out of context and is gonna accuse me of trying to violate her. Can't friggin' deal with this crap right now, so run away. I friggin' hate women anons. Oh, 4chan. Fellas, listen up because some of you are looking weak. Even if a woman is paying for a date, she should always give the man her money beforehand. That way, he can appear to be paying for the date. This is literally basic manners, and the fact that some of you don't know this is sad. Some of you women got your men out here looking weak. That is just a weird roundabout way to go about that. Just whoever pays, pays. No need for all this. We got some breaking news. Sad simp/troll still thinks Pokimane knows he exists or even cares about him. These Queen Poki haters have been trying to take me out. They've been getting my accounts banned and harassing me. One may ask, how do you keep going? I keep going because my goal, my purpose, my life is bigger than myself. My purpose is to serve my queen. I do this all for Queen Poki. Frickin' kneelers. This is some next level of down bad. We got dudes out here swearing fealty to Twitch streamers. Damn, that's just sad. Oh boy, now we have a classic neckbeard obsession with Asians. Guy expected me to sleep with him the first time I met him in person because I'm Asian? What? That is what he, word for word, said to me. Oh, I thought Asians always put out easily, to which I was like, WTF? He said something about being submissive people pleasers. Honestly, I'd always heard about people believing this, but I'd never actually encountered it, sad faces. Confused. I'm East Asian. I'd never heard of this stereotype till I studied racial stereotypes in my film class. I'm telling you, these neckbeards aren't even obsessed with real Asians, they're obsessed with the stereotype of an Asian woman. Meanwhile, someone else says, me and wife are Asian. I'm on some other forums, and when I mention I have an Asian wife, guys will message me asking if she's like WTF. Okay, these neckbeards can't even friggin' behave when an Asian woman is even mentioned. And now we got a neckbeard who's very angry at the dictionary of all things. Man charged with threatening Merriam-Webster for redefining girl. Jeremy David Hansen started typing, enraged that Merriam-Webster had changed its definition of the word girl according to the FBI. Specifically, the online dictionary added a new meaning, a person whose gender identity is female. The moron who created this fake definition should be hunted down and shot. Hansen allegedly wrote on October 8th in the Word's online comments section, "I am sick and tired of these cultural Marxists denying science and destroying the English language. Merriam-Webster headquarters should be shot up. Oh my god. Boys aren't girls. Now I thought you always called them females." And because of these threats, the Massachusetts-based publisher had to close its offices for a week. Hey, if you're enjoying this video, then why not like, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell? And now, let's drink a glass of water and go touch some grass, bud. Do women like this actually exist? I'm naturally an alpha male. Almost always the biggest, strongest, and smartest guy in the room, and it gets so boring being in control, but every girl I meet just expects me to keep up that alpha shtick with them too. I like strong and dominant girls, but I just don't attract them because I give off lion/daddy energy naturally. Feels bad, man. Feels bad to be the alpha male. Dude, you're not an alpha male. See those 5 people replying with laughing reactions? Yeah. And now, cross-posted from r/r the straight's okay. I'm 34 and actively in a relationship with an 18-year-old girl. It's legal and fun. Tips? Date the lowest legally possible. And she's still in 12th grade. My dreams come true, mother effa. The best part about dating an 18-year-old is that I can pretty much just touch her whenever I want and she's too afraid to say shit. I have all the power and authority over her, where the two of us go and what the two of us do, even when she doesn't want to do something, except doing the deed because, you know, I often use coercion and a threatening voice tone to get her to agree. I coerce her into giving me massages because boy do I love a good old back massage, foot massage, etc. And I love my intimidating physical appearance. Full beard, more like neckbeard, tattoos, nose ring. Not only am I hella sexy, but also hella manly, and she's evidently afraid of me, especially when I start expressing anger. T-E-E. Also, I'm gonna dump her when she goes off to college. She'll be busy anyways. Just using her until then. This whole post is just one big yikes. Silveryovsky says fake, and Red Hamilton says 100%. This is a greasy, repellent neckbeard writing this while holding back tears. Yeah, this does sound like a whole bunch of BS, but still yikes nonetheless. And now, a guy apparently attacks girl's new boyfriend. Don't worry, he studied martial arts. I use my martial arts knowledge to be a total D, and I'm not sorry. Where'd you learn it from, anime? A bit of context. I'm an 18-year-old male who's very proficient in martial arts, boxing, wrestling, and sambo. I'm a pretty chill dude and I like philosophy, so one can say that I'm kinda smart. Yeah, one can say her brain is ascended. Anyway, I had a huge crush on this girl and we hit it off good. She was sweet, good looking, hot, and just a bit antisocial. We hit it off good and then I got the virus and was quarantined. We texted for some time while I couldn't go outside, only for her to say to me on the last day of my quarantine that her dad got it too, which was a lie. I was friggin' fuming. But I guess that's just life, right? A few days later, after one of my boys calls me and says, "Bro, I know you're gonna be pissed, but you need to see this, open your DMs, I sent you a pic." I open it and it's a pic of her and some other dude walking and holding hands. Yeah, I was friggin' livid at that point. One of her mutual friends, very close friend of mine, confirmed it was her new boyfriend. At that point, I chat her up, we agree on a date, but when we sit at the cafe, I spill all the tea. I tell her what's on my mind, my heart, and that I know about her new boy. She just cries and says, "I'm sorry, I just didn't feel the same for you." After that, I didn't talk to her and we seen each other on a few social events and it was just awkward eye contact avoiding. Well, A few days ago, I'm walking home from my Sambo lessons absolutely pissed because I lost a hard spar, and sure as hell, I see them walking, smiling, and having a romantic time in the rain. I'm walking past them, she says hi, but I don't reply. He shoulder bumps me, I turn around and give him a Yuri Boyka death stare. He looks at me and says in a cockish way, "She said hi, answer her, you D." I just say, "Protect your chin, tough guy," and throw a left elbow which turned his hand to jelly, followed up by a cross to the plexus that knocks the steam out of him and backs him up. I throw a high kick and feel my shin in the side of his skull kiss. He drops to the concrete. All the while she screams, "No! Stop it, you animal! What are you doing? Stop it!" As I turn around, she's screaming with a cracked voice, "I'm calling the cops on you, you animal! I hope inmates violate you!" I just continue walking, and a bit later I hear him getting up and just saying, "What the hell happened? Yesterday, our mutual friend told me it was a D move and everybody except my boys from the block are judging me. What are your thoughts on this, Redditors? Yes, what are your thoughts?" Well, my thoughts on this are that this 100% never happened. For this next one, he is vengeance. He is Sigma. He is Neckbeard Man. When she acts distant and cold, go colder. Never chase, act needy or desperate. Beat her at her own game and let her come back on her best behavior. For she is supposed to be submissive and loyal to you at all costs. For this next one, every time I post a new pic, this neckbeard comes into my DMs all like, "Hey Alexis, your new profile pic is crazy. Can I ask you a question real fast?" "What do you mean?" "And sure, LOL. Is your butt fake? It just doesn't make sense how a skinny girl can have that much cake. It legit blows my mind." "Huh? My bad. It's just so fat, and it keeps getting bigger. Freshman year was just kinda big, but now it just don't make no sense. Walking around with the fattest butt on campus. I saw you twerking at the baseball party, by the way, and I loved every second of it. This is just creepy, man." Meanwhile, Coffins and Coffee replies, "Just start replying with this image. Restraining order. This order hereby declares that this shit is not to be allowed within 15 feet of my friggin' eyes. Yes, please, Neckbeard, stay as far away as humanly possible." And this next one is a cross post from r/nothowgirlswork, because this is totally a Japanese girl writing this. As a Japanese girl, I have noticed problems with the way Western females treat nice guys. Hey everyone! So I'm originally from Japan, and since coming to the West, I will say that there's a lot of things Western females can work on, especially when it comes to treatment of nice guys. I don't want to be rude, but tell the truth and raise awareness. The main problem is that Western females don't know how to pick a nice guy. I understand many us girlies struggle meeting Mr. Right, trust me girls, I know, but it's because you're not looking for the right kind of man. So when I went on my first shopping trip for newsbag accessories and shoes with Western females, the entire time my group of bees was talking about pea size and height. This does not make a good man, and I noticed the most sexy and beautiful of my female groups with the best bodies, sexist eyes, you mean sexiest eyes, and best hair all went for jerks. Therefore it is our fault as females when we get into a dive relationships. So what can we do as females to fix it? Well, my little princesses, we need to date nice guys. I know, because it's hard to logically think sometimes about what makes a nice guy use a guy for my life. Bob, my boyfriend and the love of my life, is the funniest, coolest, and most thoughtful, intimate man on this planet. Bob was even at the top of his class 5 years in a row. Bob is also skilled in linguistics. Bob also knew everything about Japan and my culture. It was great. Yeah, I'm sure it was. Now, you would think Bob would have attracted all kinds of females. I was so shocked and stunned when he told that such a gentleman got no females. So he told me about why, and it made sense to what my other females had told me Western females as a group do for jerks over a nice guy. What makes Japanese girls so much better, you may ask? Well, as one, I'll say this. We are much prettier, much more feminine. We'll listen to a man telling us what to do out of love. We won't date guys who are into dangerous music and drugs and date sophisticated men instead. We pick refined gentlemen to date, and not scum. We squeal so cutely. We have the best bodies, the best skin, Everything about Japanese girls is the best, but Western females are flawed on a huge level, rebellious anti-men heathens. Western females need to be more like us. Use the most sacred and intimate actions we can perform on good, loving, caring gentlemen, not the a-hole who plays basketball and doesn't give a flying F about you. The worst thing that the Western females made is feminism. As a Japanese girl, men in masculine leadership is awesome, but only when it's actual nice guys like my boyfriend Bob. Western females in general put the worst kinds of men in leadership, and then mock the nice gentleman who sits in the back studying learning, who one day will make more money than all of you idiots. Females need to do better. So as a Japanese girl, I will say we do so much better than Western females. For starters, we dress the appropriate feminine way with cute skirts but also formal tops. We also wear our hair the correct feminine way, and don't wear it like a man or shave it. We are the perfect examples of femininity. These issues can be fixed. I believe in the sacred sisterhood. But first, we need to look at ourselves and think, what could we be doing wrong? Again, I know what I'm talking about, being I am female but just Japanese. Yeah, we totally believe that you're a female. It more sounds like you haven't ever interacted with a woman before. And now, Anon struggles with dating. Must be the crustache above the lips. Why is it so hard for me to get a like on Tinder? 2 months, 12 likes, no matches. I like white girls only. I don't think that Asians are humans at all. We have no N-words or Arabs here. Yikes. And I live in Eastern Europe. Also, I have no income, and I hate tattoos, piercings, and alcohol. I have all this info in my profile. Any problem with my face? Dude, I think your face is the least of your problems here. For this next one, okay, see you in court then. Hi, beautiful. Do you sell pics? Only pics of me crying. I got so many. As a man, I have a higher authority and a more valued opinion than you in society, and I'm asking you to stop degrading yourself and others and making a joke of everything. You do not have permission to share this DM publicly. I will take legal action. I'm sorry, but they're just gonna laugh at you and throw away the case. For this next one, even his avatar looks like a neckbeard. If I am falling in love with a woman, I want and expect to be the most important person in her life and vice versa. If she has kids, that will never be the case. Send them back for another ride on the CC and move on. And by that, he means a certain type of carousel. Thanks for acknowledging and sharing your maturity level. And a meme for context, if you can't be nice to other children, don't date single parents. And now, came across this scrolling through old Reddit posts. Sorry, I don't accept A-cups. And no, 2 A-cups does not equal a D. My D only deserves the best, and if it means not sleeping with a, I'm fine with that. Sorry, I don't accept men with a microscopic D. And let me ask this, why would a man even want you? Women are a nuisance, a distraction. If I'm ever feeling lonely, I go to the boys. The boys give me everything. Everything, you say? What do you provide other than an A-cup? And Flaky Girl says, so glad my tit size is enough to repel vile guys like this. Blessed to be on the tiny titty committee. Well, I guess now you can avoid neckbeards who are obsessed with big booba. And now, is my exquisite taste in women shared across racial boundaries? What do black men think of Asian women that live in, quote, white countries like America or the United Kingdom or Western Europe? Western Europe is not a country, unless you mean the countries in Western Europe. In case my question is confusing, I'm not talking about Asian women that live in Asian countries such as China, Japan, or the Philippines. I'm only talking about Asian women who live outside their home country. Do you find them as attractive as white or black women? Thinking emoji. My reason for asking is because many white guys, myself included, prefer Asian women. Can we please tell these individuals to stop fetishizing Asian women? Thank you. And now we have a question. Are all girls the same? The real answer, of course, is absolutely not. But this neckbeard decides to reply, All females are the same. Not all men are the same. You a female and this bothers you, you not my problem. I get overlooked 1,000,000,000,000 times, so how are they different? All they want is looks, money, fame, no love. So yeah, all females are the same, just because they don't want you in particular. You know, there's a reason for that. You just gotta think, is my attitude towards women potentially repelling them away? And in your case, I think we all know the answer. For this next one, female gamers? Wow, almost an entire thread from nothing but female gamers. I think I'm in love. Maybe not, but I'm at least touching myself. Juggy mode, I believe, was just a ploy to sell more copies, since the cheats were out before the game itself. I can't tell a difference, but being the butt man that I am, not to be confused with a gay superhero or pointy-headed cartoon character who sometimes goes by a similar name, I would have preferred assy mode myself. But that aside, sorta, vampires, bloodshed, and chicks in kinky gear, that's what I call gaming. Anyway, ladies, feel free to email me anytime. Maybe we could discuss, my joystick, JK. But seriously, girly gamers are a rare breed. Much love. This dude is acting like if women gamers are a completely different species. Just can't behave around them. This next one is so spiritual. Extremely hard to find partner that can relate to me after spiritual awakening. I really need to be held by a beautiful female, but they all keep making fun of me, or at worst, calling the police. Seriously, what the hell? It hurts to write this. Please don't tell me I'm the only one. I feel like anything I do makes girls be creeped out or whatever just because I be differently. I literally just appreciated the beauty of a female in the club, told her you were beautiful, and continued walking as I wanted nothing from her. She also had company. I wanted not to interfere. I went on and asked for a cigarette from a man. Apparently, this man was with this same girl and she started confronting me about this being the second time I've invaded her space, and if that happens one more time she will call security on me. I tried explaining, but what was there to explain, really? I told her if I see a beautiful flower, I appreciate it, the same way I do a beautiful female body. In this case, the body is human, which means it is capable of awakening to intelligence. So it is my pleasure to share with myself in the body of the female of the miracle and beauty which God has manifest out of itself to appear as that human female body which has more than others caught my eye. So naturally, I share what I share. What is there to complain about? It was totally impersonal. Apparently that freaks her out, so I'm the bad guy who is to be reported. Dude, it sounds like you were worshipping her body or something. What the hell? Just what the hell is this world? And people will judge me and tell me be differently. That really is creepy. It is. WTH, I'm just living life appreciating beauty, knowing I am unconditional love. Nobody has a right to tell me how to be love. The problem is she does not love you back, so people just should stop kidding themselves and meet life instead of turning away from it, rejecting it, resisting it, making it an enemy, being suspicious of it, being creeped out by it. Instead, embrace it, because it alone really is, and it will show you all of its magnificent wonders and reveal before you mind-blowing secrets. Embracing one's life becomes a sort of fairy tale, a legendary tale, a tale of whatever it is you want to be. Embracing the intelligence of life that is the source of all creation, which is love/God communicates with you and lets you in on secrets which one must pay a very high price to receive. What? Apparently a female's body is so beautiful that it led to a spiritual awakening. Holy shit. And this last one certainly escalated quickly. I once approached a teenage girl, around 14 years old, by asking her for directions at first. Then I proceeded to ask for her name. She became afraid and started walking away. Gee, I wonder why. I followed her, and then she went from walking briskly to running, probably because she's afraid you might do something to her. Her gait was peculiar, because she ran like a newborn fawn, turning around every so often trying to see if I'm still following. Now, I want to make it clear that I absolutely abhor such things, and did not have any intention in that direction. I would never harm such a girl. She had no reason to be frightened. I wasn't gonna do anything, but the feeling when you follow a girl and she notices you and she tries to loose you or picks up the pace, that is kind of a good feeling. You become important to to her. You are no longer some random insignificant face in the crowd. Yeah, because she's afraid and creeped out. I know it is kind of low-level behavior. Kinda, but I do enjoy doing that. I go to another city, look for a girl that's walking by herself and start following her. After a while, they notice you. After dark, after sunset, it may suffice to just walk in the same general direction as a girl that's walking in front of you. They become paranoid. I recommend you lonely incels try it sometime. Just to make her afraid, just to make her fear you. Fear the power of the incel. If you know your limits and don't actually harass, let alone violate that girl, it should be harmless psychological fun. Really? You think that's harmless? Anyway, I'd like to thank all of my patrons, especially Spoonie the Rogue, Nightcrawler, Catalan, Cormetti, Bacon Canada, Jury of Jubilantly Juggling Jerry's, and our newest member of the royalty, Dark Garden. Welcome to the darkness. You can join in a link below, and thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like. If you have something interesting to say, don't forget to comment. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe and hit the little notification bell. See you guys next time.